Just ignore. I don't want to hear how long living is long. There's no chance for fear uncontrollable.
All things come from left to right, and this world is changing fast. It's so hard to find the answer for itself. Can't we find the key to life? I don't want to be apart. Yeah, there's magic we can find. Now it's time to
Hello everyone, I'm Luxin. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X. Last time we did a story chapter and NLA kind of got blowed up a little bit. Probably shouldn't be making that much light of the situation. People died, the city got somewhat destroyed, and the rebuilding process is still going on. So, because of that, and because I actually tried out the next story mission, because we're like one really quick thing away from accessing the next story mission. I did that and did a test run of that story mission. Even though I'm a good level for it, I got destroyed. So we're going to level up a bit. And as of now, that's just going to involve doing Jalimbo's side quest to try to get myself to level 32 to do a level 32 affinity mission. That's a pretty good one. So, what does Jalimbo have to do? Oh, this is an extension of the Staccata quest. And the good doctor has gone missing. Oh, the cult went into Cauldros. Totally not a bad cult if they're going into the place that's like basically hell. So I guess okay. The Staccata went to look for it and got trapped by them, or he's captured or something. So this is a good sign. Normally I'd be annoyed about having to go to Cauldros at this point in time, but if I'm looking for quick EXP, Cauldros is probably the place to go. So let's see if this is anywhere near a fast travel point we've already got. Maybe we can... Oh, it isn't. Okay. So I'm going to just warp to the Ancient Warscape because that's the closest thing I've got. I guess it's time we boosted that 1.9 survey rate in Cauldros or something. Alright, let's see. We're going to have to go to the right, which is a place that I avoided going to last time, if I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, okay. Probably because of the level 38 enemies. But with Skull Power, and with a little bit of jumping down to avoid getting hit, looks like things are going to turn out well. Oh, that's a Volcanon Sinicula. Volcanon sounds very similar to Volcanion. Also, it's worth noting, Lyn and Hope are getting beaten up by that stuff, but Skells are okay in lava. They're lava-proof as well as, I guess, waterproof. Although Mims are waterproof too. But it is worth noting that, like, the poison water can't hurt Skells, although it can hurt Mims. Lava's the same way, so if you want to not get lava, just get in a Skell. Got a FN 504. Interesting place. You actually have to jump up here to hit the probe, and I guess I actually have to manually jump it. Or just cheese it from the side. That works too. You might have been noticing the high-level enemies around here. It's good to have a fast travel point, because I don't expect to make it to the destination without dying at least once. And remember how where is it? Oh, that's just a bladder. Never mind. I was gonna say the Jareds we found. Oh, there's one. Those are weaker Jareds I was talking about a couple episodes ago when we found the big ones until... Oh, Tyrant. Okay. Bartley, the Conflagration. I'm gonna fight this one just because his name is Bartley, which makes me think Barkley, which makes me think Space Jam. So, come on, let's slam this guy. Okay, my energy scythe actually did a decent amount of damage, so this is doable, surprisingly. As long as I keep my own scale, I think we'll have an okay time with the side quest. So even if Hope's scale gets destroyed, which honestly, unless the weaker Jareds are putting in work as well, because we got the Tyrant toppled and down half HP this quickly. Wow. Like I said, the level 30 scale is kind of good. I didn't need it. I forgot to mention also in the recap of last episode that we fought off a couple new Ganglion captain people named Dagon and Riz. Oh, Elma still has the scale. That makes sense. So I could put that back on Hope later, I guess. I don't know. This is a bluff Jared. Read that as buff Jared. These things I think I can one-shot with the energy scythe, no problem. Oh yeah. Or at least take out the HP that's left. But this scale is kind of overpowered for only the chapter we just did. It got destroyed by the chapter I tried to do off screen. So we're gonna need more of these level 30 scales, if you could believe that. But that did work pretty well. Advanced Valor Vestus. I think this is some pretty decent gear. I only got a 10th of a level, unfortunately. I was hoping to get a little more than that. Now comes the fun part. Okay, Volcanon's just like a lump term used for enemy names around here, I guess, because that's Volcanon Tursquall. No relation to the Snicula, other than the name, I guess. Yeah, those things we can't fight. I ran over something. Is it a Blada? Alright. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it if I can find the back. There we go. See just how much. Oh wow. Okay, that works. I was afraid that it was gonna only do like a third of its HP. That we wouldn't be able to take it out, but that's level 37. Didn't really do too much in terms of EXP, unfortunately. Looks like we're gonna have to take the long way around if we want to get up top. So if we were to use the follow ball, it would say you need to go up. So I guess jumping off wasn't the right plan to begin with. Oh, yeah, land Jareds. You don't want to fight those things. Those are actually... their best attack is just falling over on you, but it is a pretty powerful one, so you're gonna avoid that. Should avoid that. Actually listen to my advice for once and... Oh, there's a Cantor. Okay, managed to get out of the attack range of that, surprisingly. And this is another good landmark, Titan's Table. I believe that treasure is actually underneath and not on the same level as we are right now, so there's no point in trying to get it. Adder Byroad Base Camp. Land Jared missing most of its textures. Adder Byroad Landmark. We're just getting a ton of landmarks along the way here. Which is good, because if I die... Excuse me. That's weird, that Jared didn't aggro even though I drove right through it. Interesting. Okay. That took a really long time to load. Oh, because there's an enemy right there. There are two enemies right there. I'm gonna run. Elma's not in her skull, thankfully, so when she died, she didn't get... That didn't get destroyed, too. Now, the real question is, where do you actually go, then?
This can't be good.
Unlimited output, Zig. Yeah, no. No thanks. Oh, okay. Okay. Looks like they're hidden in here. No, out of scale before it gets destroyed. Okay. And have Elma exit her... Never mind, okay. Hopefully I don't need Elma's skull for this, then, because I thought this was going to be... Any fighting we're going to do here is going to have to be on foot, and I wasn't prepared for that. So hopefully this isn't a very high-leveled threat that we have to deal with. This is interesting. A Ganglion building with a recruitable player avatar in it, which means that it's completely abandoned by the actual Ganglion, surprisingly. There's a treasure over here, so I'm not sure where that is. Oh, there's an actual Ganglion down there. Okay. They're just not in the building. That must have been a bit of a fake-out move. Or something. Yeah. Oh, they were down. They're down. They weren't up by us. Okay, I must have just missed the treasure in plain sight in there. Not going to sweat it too much. It's already been 10 minutes, and we haven't even finished the side quest, so I think we should probably do that. Okay, level 55 Bladas. Just jump over that way. I know as a fact that we're not going to have to fight a level 55 enemy here. So we can talk. Oh, staccato triggers a cutscene. I was going to say we'll go around and grab that treasure before seeing him, but I guess we can't do that. Unfortunately. Although, those are some not alive looking Manon. Except for the ear flap. Maybe the ear flap was intentional, not just like a junk animation that keeps going on. I guess that just might be a thing they do when they're knocked out, but not dead. Alright, yeah, his ears flapped. I'm gonna check for signs of life. Yep, the not stopping moving when pretending to be dead was a bit of a giveaway. You need to work on that, bud. See, yeah, I'm amazed they didn't notice that he was actually alive. Especially since Phrazy's a human. I guess the point of MIMS is besides, like, the no fall damage thing and actual combat maneuvers, they're supposed to have the same limitations as a human, so there couldn't be like a, oh, biosignature detector, that thing that we thought was dead isn't actually dead. Okay. Well, there's the level 32 I was looking for. We discovered Bandit's Refuge. Not really a looker in terms of unexplored areas, but I guess it fits the bill. This container's mechanical 4. Not a segment, but decent EXP at the very least. Oh, of course, cutscene trigger before I could get the item. That's fine. That's the Yiga clan. Okay. This was a lot of time. This game came out like while Breath of the Wild was probably still in early development, but that's really funny that there's something that looks exactly like the Yiga emblem there. Maybe we'll... maybe she just wants bananas. If we offer her bananas, she might stop killing people. Although, she's kind of praying to the monolith, no developer pun intended, with the Yiga symbol on it, and okay. Her god that we've kind of already established is a dick is actually another version of herself, which kind of makes sense now. The avatar of God is another Phrazy. You'll not gonna fall for this. It could literally be a mirror. It could just be... people are robots. Just make another one. It could just be that. Alright, so this thing is just buttering her up as much as possible. Looking for a grimmer future. Calling quote-unquote harbingers of miracles, which those look more like ganglion tech. It's glory... Okay. You must not be a blade if you don't recognize the main combat unit they just attacked the city with. Yeah. That didn't occur to me. I guess that just confirms that she's not a blade and wasn't present in the city in time for the attack. They're clearly ganglion pugs. Even God appears as a demon, the blind eyes of a heretic. Okay, that's not how that works. Those are just gonna kill you now. Case in point, that. Now, unfortunately, we don't have to fight the... We can't... Or, if I'm remembering this correctly, you just... Oh, that's actually kind of disappointing. I wanted to fight the fake Phrazy as well as the, 3 pugs. These are Clotho pugs? I don't know where Clotho comes from. It's cloth with an O, or clothing missing a bunch of letters, but this still doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Unlike the things that were actually hurting us, or the story mission I tried to do stupidly. This is pretty easy besides Hope dying. Alright. Forgot, I gave her Brainjack. Brainjack. Which is unfortunate, because I don't know which one she Brainjacked. Oh, this one's a Lachesis Pug. Are they all different, or is that one just the leader? Hold on. Okay, those must be references to something. If they all have 3 different names, it's probably some religious thing that I'm too uncultured to know. future me, remember to actually put text on screen explaining that, because that's something I want to find out, and I will be annoyed at myself if I forget to find out something I actually wanted to know. Sometimes I'll just laze my way out of it if I make a mistake, but this time I'm actually gonna look that up. And by look that up, I mean I'm probably just gonna check the wiki, but I'm talking too much about how I do my job badly. We almost killed these things. That's good. We did kill these things. That's even better. Thankfully, they were level 28. No skills required. I guess you kind of need it to get through the level 50 enemies, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, I guess we off-screen destroyed the fake her, because... Oh, that was the fake her. Turning into... Wow! Okay. Now that we did the other quest with Definians, we now know that that's a Definian with their questionable character design. This is TW772 Trin. Bill? That name better be a Bill Trinan reference, because if it's not, then that's too good of a coincidence to be true, to actually be a coincidence. Anyway, the vessel bestowed by their god Fortune, so like, even the people pretending to be God are worshipping something they think is God, so... I don't know. But now we're... Oh, okay, it's playing the boss music. This might actually be a hard fight. Good thing I saved my TP and didn't just blow it on the pukes. Okay, level 30 Trin. That already did a lot of damage. Okay. This could be bad. Skell definitely can't get in here. And I don't have any items. What am I talking about? She's dying pretty quickly, especially because she's aggroing only hope. And... Okay, yeah, we're good. I don't know why I was worried. Worst comes to worst, I just overdrive. I don't really think I'm going to need overdrive the way this is going. I almost don't want to waste the Ether Blast. Because I know I'm not going to need it. I might... Should I use it just to keep hope alive? Nah. She had 2000 TP, but, like, she gets it quickly enough if she was able to use Brainjack just in the middle of that one fight. Anyway, she dead. That was a relatively quick boss fight. Oh, she's not dead. She's just hunched over, even though she screams about dying and disappeared. And yes, mere humans did that. Okay. Guess we're just gonna let her run away instead of shooting her when we all had guns pointed. Elma and Hope had 2 guns pointed, and we still didn't do anything. Or... Oh, never mind. Staccata did the smart thing and actually pointed out that we need to chase her, I think. Is this a loading? Or is this... Okay. So let's see what the actual thing to do is. Oh, head to the entrance of the bandits' refuge. Okay. Oh, she has a Skell. I knew you fought a Skell around here at some point. I just forgot that was then. Makes sense. Alright. Now here's the Skell. Calling the person she was manipulating a tool. Okay. Yeah, aren't we, like... This is the story of humans surviving. I don't know. I could make some mirror to human history and all, like, the wars and bloodshed caused by people saying, no, your god is fake, our god is real. But this thing already has a track record of me completely falling off and killing myself. Okay. What I was gonna say is, she already has a track record of faking being God in order to get people to fake believe in her and do stuff for the ganglion, so I'm not inclined to believe that anything she calls God is actually God. So, justified killing someone? I don't know. I'm not gonna try to figure out the philosophy of that, but I guess if someone's trying to kill you, you have the right to stop them from doing that. Regardless, I don't think it has to do with whatever religion she's claiming to believe in right now. I'm looking way too deep into this. I also realized I could just... Oh no, that's not the right way. Never mind. Is it the right way? Wait, no, it totally is the right way. Hold on, can I get my...
They've seen us.
I can get my Skell near enough to activate the fight like that. That's amazing. Alright, got the slow art. Oh, my Skell can miss. I don't know what that attack was that did so much damage. Was that the taunt art that did so much? You're definitely not supposed to fight this thing with a Skell, my god. Okay, they're all dead.
Sorry.
Okay, my problem now is that none of my arts can reach. I'm stuck on... Oh, wait, never mind. She's just gonna be stupid and come down. There we go. That's what happens when you can actually... I know I cheesed this. I know I could have eaten this legitimately, but... I don't know. That was really stupid in many ways. Especially because I now have to warp back up to the top to get back where I was. Thankfully, it's just the Outer Byroad, which is the same segment I was in already. Alright. It's a good thing I can... Now, I don't know if this game is even speeded... If people... I don't know how doing that time discovered the Forgotten Mining Frigates when doing it any other time didn't. But, okay. Those things that I was pointing out in the Sylvalum episode, those are the Forgotten Mining Frigates. That's the big drill thingies. But... I don't know. I don't know how speedruns for this game work. I know there are a lot of weird clipping things that you can do. So, I don't know. Maybe that weird Skell jump is the thing you can do. That would actually be helpful in a speedrun. I don't know why you'd be doing this side quest in a speedrun, but... What do I know about speedrunning? I imagine you can break a lot of things by jumping with a Skell, though. You get to a lot of places you're not supposed to. Anyway, we did this thing. One responsible for luring in all those Manon is gone. Okay, so the person... We're real. I lost the arm that one time to prove it. Okay, she's still problematic. Jalimbo, I like that name. Just because it's similar to Jimbo. Which, I have an attachment to the name Jimbo, not from Jimmy Neutron, surprisingly. That's a... If I ever do, like, a My Competitive Splatoon Stories video, you'll learn more about the Jimbo thing. Alright. Staccato loaded in. Jalimbo didn't load in. That's... Okay, so the mediators took her in. She's... presumably getting treatment. Alright, Saccada's safe. Fraser's been captured. That was the end of that whole arc. There are a lot of arcs that just turn out to be, oh, some Definians doing something bad. Let's do something about that. So that was... I guess that's why I played the boss theme, because it was actually, like, Definian stuff. And, oh, wow, Manon that wants to learn how to fight. That's kind of cool. So now what I'm going to do is... I think... Well, first off, I'm going to get Elma's Skell repaired and put it back on Hope, and then figure out what affinity mission I actually want to do now. Alright, unfortunately we can't do the longer affinity mission I wanted to do until level 33, but we can do two shorter ones, one of which is required for the next story chapter, that are level 32. So, jumping into spy games, first of all. This is actually a level 28 one, so it shouldn't be bad in the slightest. Even though this is required for the next story mission. Even though the last chapter was level 30 required, but for the chapter after it, there's a level... I guess it's because you could do it sooner if you wanted to. I don't know. I think I'd done it before I did this chapter last, my first playthrough. I don't know. Let's do it. Spy games. This looks like it's going to be a Blade Towery one, because it's right there.
Had I known I'd be forced to wait, I would have brought a book.
Our apologies, Director General. Our blade work has been keeping us especially busy as of late. Besides, it's pretty unusual to get a direct request from you.
I would hope that warranted special priority. This mission affects us all.
If it's an official mission, shouldn't we take it through the normal channels?
Personally, I consider it very official, but both Nagi and Vandam refused me. Shouted me down, actually.
What? Then we're probably not even allowed to take it, right?
Let's hear the brief, and why they turned you down.
A wise decision. You're familiar with Jair Fortress, yes? In a few days, we'll be hitting it with a surprise offensive.
Of course. Every blade on the force is participating.
We built our attack strategy around the idea of limiting casualties as much as possible. As such, we'll be employing mostly long-range fighting tactics.
That would be the sensible choice.
Yes, and I fully support it. But it makes gathering intel nearly impossible. Data on the present state of the ganglion. At the moment, we know next to nothing about their situation. We don't even know if it's possible to negotiate with them or not. We need more information in order to effectively formulate future plans.
All right, you've made your ideas clear. What do you want us to do?
Infiltrate the fortress before we strike. Gather whatever intel you can and return here with it.
Is that even possible?
Any answer I give will be idle speculation. But I do believe this mission is of the utmost importance. And I also believe that your team has the best chance of getting it done.
So you decided to ask us face to face? That's quite the honor.
Is that sarcasm?
Take it as you will, sir. What if we refuse?
Then I'll ask the team with the next highest chances, and so on. Send in the damn janitors if I have to. Whatever it takes.
You truly believe it's this important?
I do.
All right then. We'll do it.
Excellent.
But we're not taking any unnecessary risks. If things get hairy, we'll cut and run empty-handed if we must.
Let's all hope it never comes to that.
Just one question, if I may. Are those really your only reasons for wanting this intel?
What other reasons would there be?
Any answer I give will be idle speculation, sir.
My goal has always been to secure a future for humanity on this planet. It's as simple as that.
All right. I'll take you at your word. Let's get back to the barracks and prepare. This one's going to be tough.
Alright, so we got a bit of a whole Shosan doing things behind Nagi and Vandam's back. They're kind of like the holy trinity of Blade guys in charge, or guys in charge of everything. I guess only 2 or 3 are Blade. Shosan technically isn't, I guess, or... I guess if the provisional government works the same way as the United States government is, he's, like, got absolute control, but he's just like, no, you guys who actually know what you're doing with that kind of thing, be in charge. Anyway. More good cutscenes. This is one of the few times you get, like, really good Elma lines. Or, like, really good sarcastic and not serious Elma in a required mission, and then also just a bit more well-roundedness of Shosan's character in general, because he's like, he definitely does shady things. He definitely lied about the amount of people gotten out of life pods in like the first cutscene he was in, where he was like, we recovered 20 people and it was just me. But he at least has good intentions, and he's got Nagi to like cold stare him and Vandam to like out-ham him to get him to back down a little bit if he needs to. So I think he's in a good position. Let's do another cutscene.
I hope you don't mind I let myself in.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing you know about our meeting with the Director General.
And from the look on yours, I'm guessing you accepted the mission.
We'll do what we can. Elma was super clear. If things get dangerous, we'll call it off.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Don't forget, you're all far more valuable to us than any intel you might come back with.
Tatsu totally agree and definitely never forget.
In other words, don't worry about us.
See what I mean? Where he totally has 2 guys completely keeping him in line. That cutscene didn't need to exist. It was just Nagi proving that he's just that kind of badass where he can find out about... I don't know, he could have had a camera or something. There are many ways he could have realistically found that out, that we had that meeting. It's just funny. Let's go to Oblivia. It's in the Jair Fortress, or however the hell it was pronounced. So, Sea Wisp Valley is the closest landmark, one segment away. This shouldn't be too bad. Alright, this fortress might look a little bit familiar from that time when we ran into something. I don't even know what we hit. That time when... I forget the Noppon's name. Where... yeah, that Noppon we had to take here and then gather the stuff and then almost get eaten. But we're actually going into the further part, which you really shouldn't go to unless you have a Skell, because I guess it's Jair. It's like neutral air, Nair from... there are probably other games than Smash that use it, but I'm familiar with Smash. I'm going to just say Smash, but with a J, so it's the Jown aerial. I don't know. These are level 57 enemies. This is why Nagi said be careful. Is they're kind of way out of class for the level you should be at for doing the chapter this is required for, but thankfully we got in here pretty okay. I was expecting to lose at least one skill.
This should be the fortress mainframe.
Think you can get in?
I can try, but I wouldn't bother holding your breath. Even if I can, it'll take time. Better to pull the drive and analyze it later.
Alright, let's run with that. Just as soon as we're done with them. Let's take care of these demons first, then we can retrieve the data.
I like how Elma basically knew that Shosan had a stupid plan that we were going to get attacked, but these Marnuks that are just called Marnuk for some reason, but I don't know if she, like, somehow managed to sense these guys being here before everyone else could, or she was just like, you know, there are going to be guys attacking, I'm just going to be cool like that. Either way you want to take it, it's pretty funny. Presumably Shosan's only good at the politics thing. He has, Vandam for the Han, and I guess on battlefield leadership, and then Nagi for just, like, being the badass grandpa for all of Blade. I don't know. Okay, Lynn Hope is dead again. She just must not have good defenses, because that's the only thing that would make sense for the amount of time she's been dying, despite only being one level below Elma and Lynn at this point. I got... Oh, well, she got a class rank while dead. Should mess around with her arts sometime soon. Like, I did screw around with everyone's arts when I did the test run of the story mission, so she definitely had a lot of way to go. I think I gave her Servant Sacrifice, which is something I didn't want on myself because I wanted to be more active myself, but I think I actually gave Lynn Cool Off, of all things. The art I said that I didn't really use that often. But I think we're in very good shape now. Do I want to... I don't need to revive Hope. It's like, this is the only boss, this is like the only fight this Affinity mission anyway. It's not really need for her to be alive and get TP back.
Drive secured, ma'am.
You're amazing, Lynn. Now let's get out of here ASAP so we can head back to the city and report in.
Short and sweet cutscenes, I like that. Even though it's kind of annoying in editing because I have to change the volume, the game volume, for one tiny piece, and I should probably start investing more uranium. Might want to do that when we get back to NLA. Okay, yeah, it's doing that thing again, where it spawns a treasure indicator on the map, right where you're supposed to step in for a cutscene. I guess that's just a bug, where it's supposed to be a green exclamation point, but for either specifically the Blade Tower or certain times it's just a treasure indicator. That would be really interesting to look at, and I'm surprised it wasn't, like, patched in the localization since it came out, like, 6 months later, because Nintendo lied about it being localized at the same time, but they're fixing that with 2, so I'm not complaining anymore. Load cutscene. Thank you.
Is that the ganglion data drive? Excellent work. You have my thanks.
Tatsu happy to get thanks, but more happy to get reward.
Of course. I'll reward you for your efforts with as large a sum as I'm able. Next comes the task of decrypting and analyzing this data. Elma, perhaps you could...
I'm afraid not. However, I might suggest letting a Manon take a look. If you'd like, we can bring it to someone we know.
I see. I leave it to you then.
Yeah, good on you, Tatsu. Like, honestly, I should be mad that he's like, oh, let Tatsu have reward, even though Tatsu no do work for anything. But no, he's actually got his eyes on the prize. I'm not complaining that he's the only one who actually wants to get paid for doing this. Technically, I think technically illegal stuff. For the guy in charge of everything, which makes it even better. Anyway, we need to find Pfeffin, who I don't remember. Was that one of the Manon we... Must be one of the Manon we rescued or something? Or, I don't know. A Manon named Pfeffin that we've talked to before on the starboard side of the Manon ship. I do have to... I don't know why I expected to spawn right in the cutscene radius. I must just be spoiled by a lot of the other ones. Also, I think he's on the bottom anyway. There we go. Hello.
So you want the data from inside this, yes? That's easy. Very, very easy, you know?
That would be a huge help, yes. Thank you.
For you, I'm more than happy to help. Oh, yes. Least I can do for saving my life, right?
When you're finished, deliver the results straight to the Director General's office, okay?
You got it, okay?
All right, let's go give him our report.
Yeah, let's warp right back to where we were before. This should have been handled a little better, in my opinion. Just have it, like, off-screen, send the data to the Manon electronically, and they didn't have to do that, but I guess they wanted to use the voice filter again. Alright, and again, the treasure box thing. I really want to get to the bottom of that, but I don't hack the Wii U, so I couldn't be able to figure that out myself. Wait for, like, an emulator or something, I don't know.
Wonderful. I'll expect a report from the Manon then. It seems I was correct. Your team was the right one for the job. I hope you'll continue to assist in the future.
Of course, as long as our goals align.
Our mutual objective is the continued survival of the human race. This will not change.
Indeed.
How does my life go? Many chances I've seen before, but no more.
The continued survival of the human race. Everything's a speech with that guy.
No, that's one thing he's truly serious about.
You know, I heard something the other day. Did you know about his son? The soldier?
No, is he a Blade?
He never left Earth. Apparently because of the Director General. He sent his son on a mission just before the White Whale took off.
If he were a corrupt man, he would have sent someone else's son on that mission.
But he didn't, did he? I guess sometimes the right thing to do is also the hard thing, huh?
Something's just begun. Tell me what I would think about you.
Well, you know how I said Shosan was actually kind of a good guy even though he does questionable things? There's your answer. I don't remember if you get a full explanation to that, but I would assume that his son was like some higher up dude, or like some captain or gifted soldier or whatever, and his skill set was needed for that mission, so sending him was the right thing to do and he couldn't just shuffle things around if he wanted it to get done correctly. Or that the son was like, oh, I want to take this mission, let me do it, Dad. Because you'd think that the family of the Director General, or whatever position he had before NLA was formed, would get free passage to the whale, but Lynn's parents didn't, so I don't know. There is actually material elaborating how people got put on the White Whale further down the road, but I don't think that ever explains that stuff. I don't know. I'm talking over the cutscene, and I went back into the... I'm talking over the loading, excuse me, and I went back into the barracks for a reason. Because immediately after finishing that, we're gonna do a maybe more, maybe less depressing, the way, depending on how you look at it, affinity mission. So, that's not the right affinity mission, never mind. Is it this one? This one, okay. Need to ditch hope again. Yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of the scale on her just yet, but it's alright, you can go away. And we will take on Nagi's Time.
Someone here to visit.
Is this about a new mission?
Yeah.
What's wrong, Commander? You don't sound like your usual self.
If Mustache Friend have troubles, maybe Tatsu can help.
Right. We're alone here, yeah? Just your team?
Yes, just who you see here.
Okay, then. This mission is sensitive stuff. Need to know for your ears only, etc. Alright?
What is it? Did something happen?
I won't beat around the bush. Nagi's gone missing. It's been 6 hours since we lost contact. He was out inspecting the lifehold remains we found in Primordia.
Wait a sec. He did not go out there alone.
He had a team of Harriers escorting him. Their last transmission was, in combat with the Ganglion, and then, nothing. Which I'm sure you'll agree does not bode well.
At the same time, we don't want to jump to any conclusions, especially ones that could start a panic.
Tatsu obviously most qualified replacement.
Would you two kindly shut the hell up? This is serious. Look, I'll do my best to keep this under wraps while you check it out. But we need you to hurry. Find him.
Understood. We'll leave right away.
Okay. I never picked that dialogue option before. I never had the balls to do the I'm the captain now option, but it was great. It wasn't just funny because Tatsu had the expected response and Vandom's response to that response was great. It was also funny because you get affinity with Lynn for that. So it's like she was silently agreeing to taking over, even though she didn't say anything, so she didn't get yelled at by Vandom. Like, we've already seen in, like, the Lau and Doug stuff that she's really good at gaming people, but that was just a really good example, and it was pretty funny. Also, I should have probably spaced out this mission in the last one, because it definitely didn't even take 6 in-game hours to finish the last one. Actually, it might have. It took 6 minutes, but counting fast travel and cutscenes, which I think are technically supposed to be in real time, as as compared to game time. Anyway, it definitely has been 6 hours since we last saw Nagi, so I don't know. I think Vandom's just... He's probably been gone for like 10 minutes, and Vandom's just like, no, it's been 6 hours, go find him. We can't trust him out of our sight at all. But, remember that lifehold unit that I found in Primordia however many episodes ago that you probably forgot about? Now it's finally becoming important, so let's go to North Point Beach and actually find Nagi. Alright, from North Point, we head straight to the lifehold unit that I at least hope I pointed this one out. I know I pointed out I think one of the Oblivia ones before it became important. I know as a fact I pointed out the Sylvan one, but yeah, you kind of think that all the... Or no, I didn't point out the... I know I pointed out two. I think it was this one and the Sylvan one. Yeah, you'd think that lifehold units like this, even the more conspicuous ones, would be reserved to things you find in story missions. Also, we need to go over here. Not that way. But, no, some of these are just for side quests. Also, treasure. I know I'm distracting myself, but I see a box. I'm gonna get the box. That looks mechanical, so I can actually grab the box. Oh, it's a level 1 mechanical. I don't know what I expected. Definitely not a segment. I definitely didn't expect a segment, I guess. But anyway, There's just smoke. That's all they put for the outside the cutscene version of the world. Okay. Still missing Nagi.
This is where Secretary Nagi's last transmission came from.
Right. His escort team had arrived, and they were engaged with the ganglion here.
But Tatsu not see anyone.
Elma, I'm picking up a residual heat signal. This battle must have went down recently. The signal just spiked. What the heck is going on?
Let's go find out.
Okay, now we need to go to the Lifehold unit. So, wait, this is even worse. Nagi was missing in an active combat zone for 6 hours, and it took Vandom that long to do anything about it. This is why you need all 3 of them there for anything to get done properly. You'd have Shosan, like, accidentally doing something to get everyone to revolt against him. You have Nagi just going off and dying for 6 hours without anyone doing anything. This probably makes Nagi the most competent one here.
Is this all you, sir?
It wasn't enough to save them. I lost soldiers. Good ones.
Those Harriers were your escorts, sir. Keeping you alive was their mission. I'm sure they have no regrets.
He never would have let this happen.
With respect, comparing yourself to those who are no longer with us won't get you anywhere, sir.
But Tatsu is glad Secretary is safe. Team Tatsu should hurry and tell Mustache Man.
I suppose you're right. Do me a favor. Head back to the city and file a report on all this.
You're not coming with us, sir?
There's something I need to do first.
Sir. It's nice to be reminded we've got a leader worthy of the position.
I'll hang on to these until you're all revived. Until then, rest well, soldiers.
Alright, so we got some interesting hinted at backstory for Nagi. There was someone in his past. Also, everyone died there. Except for Nagi, so he apparently fought every enemy that was attacking that Lifehold off by himself. Interesting. Also, he could join the party. Probably should have mentioned that at some point. Nagi is a playable character. We also learned True Stream Edge for the longsword. Yeah. That's probably one of the things you didn't expect to happen. There's no real way to lead into that. You take the guy who you think is just going to be like the badass behind the scenes man who might do some fighting at some point in the story, and then they just make him a party member casually in an optional mission. I almost wish that was required, but the fact that it's optional is even cooler. I think we should go pick him up right now before ending the episode. Okay, Nagi's place is not exactly where you'd expect him to be. He's not next to the Blade Tower or anything. He's just out here overlooking the city he's helping to protect. That's pretty poetic. But he's just completely chill with joining my team. Even if Elmo wasn't there, he'd be completely down with it, which is great. Also, he's a level higher than me. That's probably worth mentioning. As much as I like Hope and her arc, I think we might be putting Nagi in the lead for a little bit. Just because it's freaking Nagi. I don't think I need more reason than it's Nagi to do that, but let's see. Does he still start out with 4 arts? Oh! C! Okay, Nagi's Duelist Plus. Duelist is the advanced form of Samurai Gunner, so that's what Gwen will grow up into someday. Probably not, it's Gwen. But he uses Gatling gun as his long-range weapon, so he's like half Gwyn, half Lyn. I wonder if they did that on purpose. He's got True Stream Edge, which... Stream Edge is dual swords art. True Stream Edge is a long sword art. Neither of them are the same as the Stream Edge from the first game, even in animation, let alone effect. Don't know how that works. But he does start off with 5 arts, which is... He's the first party member to do that. I don't know if he's the... I don't remember if he's the only one. I don't think he's the only one. There might be one that starts with 6, actually, that we haven't gotten to yet. But... I want to play as this guy now. Oh, yeah! More proof that Nagi is just cooler than you. He starts off with not only, like, not a generic weapon, like every other party member does, but he starts off with 3 augment slots on the katana. Also, it's a katana. Also, it's literally a unique weapon that's not just unique because katanas are all unique, because... Why not make them the uniquest kind of weapon to make longswords the objectively best melee weapon in the game? That's besides the point. It's also literally just called Signature Glaive. They knew that Nagi was gonna be... He's not, character-wise, like, he's not my favorite character in the game. He's cool, I'll give him that. But he's definitely just straight up the coolest to play as until you start getting to broken builds yourself. But... There's one more Affinity mission I want to do specifically before heading into the next chapter. That one we can't do until I'm level 33. Nagi being level 33 doesn't count for that, unfortunately. So, next episode, we're going to just be doing things playing as Nagi because it's Nagi. I think I've said this already. I think I've made it clear enough why you'd want to play as him. Just, yeah. And try to get the level 32 to level 33. We'll probably pass level 33, but that doesn't really matter because... Even at level 33, the boss fight in the next story chapter was a problem. And I need to grind up a little bit of money to get a 3rd Skell, because I'm pretty sure I want a 3rd Skell for that too. But, with that really long explanation out of the way, next time we're going to do what I said we're going to do. And until then, this is Luxin, signing off.